Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Echo45 Advisors Market and Economic Update. We hope everybody had a very happy 4th. My name is James Sutton, Director of Portfolio Management at Echo45 Advisors, and I'm filling in for John Henderson this week. After months of negotiations, Congress approved a comprehensive tax and spending bill that President Trump signed into law on July 4th. The new bill includes many significant provisions. It permanently extends key elements of previous tax legislation, increases deductions for state and local taxes, maintains current estate planning thresholds, and implements various spending reductions, particularly affecting healthcare programs like Medicaid. Tax laws directly affect many areas of financial planning. In addition, some investors worry about how taxes affect our growing national debt. Over the next few minutes, we'll discuss the recently passed tax bill and what it means for investors. First, the centerpiece of this legislation makes the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act rates permanent, eliminating uncertainty that surrounded their previous expiration dates. As this chart highlights, taxes today are at historically low rates. While some experts expect that taxes will have to rise due to the size of the budget deficit, the passage of this bill ensures that taxes will remain low, at least in the near term. Other key provisions of the bill include an increase in the standard deduction for individual taxpayers, a temporary extra deduction for qualifying seniors, an increase in the child tax credit, a higher cap on state and local tax deductions, and a deduction for tip income. It also repeals some green energy credits, including those for electric vehicles. Next, tax policy and government deficits are fundamentally linked. Since tax cuts reduce government revenues, the shortfall must be addressed through either reduced spending or increased borrowing. However, most government spending is difficult to change since it involves important programs such as Social Security, Medicare, and national defense. Given these constraints, government borrowing has increased persistently over the past century and shows little sign of reversing. The Congressional Budget Office, or the CBO, estimates that this new tax and spending bill will add $3.4 trillion to the national debt over the next decade. This chart shows that individual income taxes represent the primary source of federal revenue, followed by payroll taxes, which pay for programs like Social Security. Other taxes, such as corporate taxes and tariffs, play a much smaller role. Finally, this chart shows that estate tax exemptions were doubled with the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. These were set to expire at the end of this year, but the new bill makes these higher exemptions permanent. While very few families are subject to the high end of these limits, it's important for every family to consider their estate planning and how they can best pass assets to future generations. This requires a holistic approach that integrates estate planning, tax efficiency, philanthropy, and long-term family wealth preservation goals. While we've only scratched the surface on this important topic, we hope you found these insights helpful. If you have any questions or would like to discuss your taxes and financial planning in more detail, please don't hesitate to reach out. We look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great week.